Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. Awesome Sean here, and welcome back to the Ape Escape playthrough part 7. Now, in this part, we got the Sky Flyer, and this is the Ape Escape 3, in case you folks, don't read the title or whatnot. But anyway, we got one of my favorite gadgets in the game, the Sky Flyer. How are you folks doing today? Got over that whole fiasco in a couple of parts while I was recording, while I was pretty much dead tired. That been a couple of days ago since this part. Feeling great. Ready to get back to business. I don't even know why I did that. I did it for you guys because I love you guys. But anyway, yeah, how are you folks doing? As I stated before, I'm doing better than what I usually was. This stage right here is alright. It's kind of it's super long, and you'll see what I mean. So as I'm going to eventually progress through this stage, I just want to go off a bit of a tangent. It seems like I've been doing that much throughout this whole playthrough, really. But what I wanted to just talk about is it's completely off topic, but whatever. Is anyway, this past weekend, at the time of this recording anyway, just got done watching a excited episode of Dragon Ball Super, was Goku versus Jiren. And that whole episode, I swear I haven't watched an episode of Dragon Ball Z where it actually gave me a little bit of the goosebumps. That whole fight was great. And just, if you don't want to hear spoilers, you should have seen it by now, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about it anyway. If you haven't seen the millions of views that's, or the millions of videos that's already out by the time this part is up. But anyway, yeah, that fight was just great. Goku, it wasn't as I expected. Like, I didn't, like, when Goku transformed, I didn't expect, like, immediate domination, which we really didn't get. I mean, he was able to on par, quote unquote, because we don't know if Jiren was, he was fighting seriously, but we didn't know if he was fighting at full power. Goku is going to be able to master that, but with the time, he's going to have to do it quick, because they only have, 20 to 25 minutes in the tournament left, I think. So he's not going to have that available time that he needs to master it, but he's going to have to master it quick in order to keep up with Jiren, or even surpass Jiren. So yeah, that whole episode of just Dragon Ball Z was just awesome. I thought Goku for a second there died, but he didn't, because Goku's Goku. So but the next episode kind of is ominous, but whatever happens. DBZ is great, folks. You guys should watch it. It's action-packed. If you're not watching it already, do yourself a favor, watch it. And basically, okay, so to get back on topic, basically I was trying to catch this monkey that was on the side of the cliff, failing at it, so I decided to get my sling-back shooter, shoot it down, because basically what I wanted to do was, that was kind of cool. What I wanted to do was, I wanted to make a dramatic catch with the net, and I was failing a lot at doing that. So, I just wanted to get that out of the way. At the time of this recording, I don't have any other games planned out. I'm gonna have to go through that list and see what I have and haven't done. It's a big list, folks, so I'm always constantly just revising and editing the list and all that stuff, but I do have some great stuff covered for you first and coming on the way, so stay tuned, and I do thank you guys for watching who are watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. No, I'm not, I know I said last part I'm not going to be doing that often, I'm not going to be saying that as much, so go ahead and hit that if you want to. Go ahead and leave a video a like if you want to. It's all up to you. I'm not forcing you or begging you, it's up to your discretion if you want to do it or not. And anyway, like I stated before in last part, we got this transformation, and I also stated that this transformation is pretty useful when it comes to just speed. So if you want something with speed, go to this form right here. And I also like this form because it creates the doppelgangers. And the monkey tried to attack me. Like when the monkey attack you, and your while you're transformed, it's not gonna like spill any gadgets away because you're not really equipped with it because the transformation is taking place. So yeah, what he did was useless. Also, like against the UFO, I don't. You really don't have to worry about them being an enemy as much. You know, you're not struggling with them as much as before because you have the Wild Wild Kid transformation, or the Wild West Kid transformation. Sorry. So you have that transformation on deck, so you'll be able to shoot down UFOs with ease. So they're not even a problem for you anymore in this game. This Ape Escape, they really did go out of their way to make this game as good as it is. So kudos to that. I'm still having a hard time figuring out which one is the best Ape Escape game for me because one is kind of up there because nostalgia, and it's the first Ape Escape game I ever played. I mean, sure, it has its setbacks and whatnot, but you know, in this game kind of tops it. Well, it doesn't top it. It doesn't top it. It's just it's so good that it's getting close. It's getting close to replacing the first one because this game offers transformations and whatnot. But the first one, you know, it's the first game, so the first game you play obviously leaves a nostalgia feeling, especially if you played it as a kid. So, you know, it's just getting away. But anyway, Ape Escape good series, all good, gravy. Play all of them except the second one. I mean, you can play this, you can play the second one too, but as I stated before, I really didn't enjoy the second one so much. Don't know why I don't really enjoy the second Ape Escape as much as the others as I should, but it's not a bad game, but it doesn't do it for me as far as, you know, being a Ape Escape game, you know, related game or whatnot. But anyway, just getting back on, well, we were on topic because we was actually talking about Ape Escape, and these monkeys that's floating in the sky, they're annoying. I mean, you can have a good success with capturing them by just going up a level, but I didn't want to do that. I was just kind of being lazy and trying to pretty much catch them as best as I can without doing that. But anyway, yeah, this place, like I stated before, it's huge, folks. It really is. You're going around, you're pretty much in the heavens, just capturing monkeys that way, but it's all within a TV set, you know. So anyway, yeah, we're in this part, we're only covering about 2 stages worth of stuff because the next stage we're going to is going to be pretty huge, even bigger than this stage because it has 5 sections, and I'll go through all that when we eventually get to it. So hope you folks are looking forward to that. But as I stated before, folks, in the previous parts, and you're going to probably be hearing this a lot, is that the environments within Ape Escape 3 are huge. And I stated this before as well. I wish that they would have had it sectioned off like in the first Ape Escape game, how they had it section off because of the time periods you went through. You went through different time periods, the past, present, future, all that good stuff. I wish they kind of would have kept that formula going a little bit. Not as far as like time traveling, but had it in different sections. You know, like this era is dealing with this particular set of stages is dealing with this, and so on and so forth. I always thought that was a nice touch, you know, but the second one decided to split it off a little bit differently, but you know what? Whatever, it's all good eventually. So, in this stage, yeah, we're gonna be dealing with different sections here, folks. We really are, and each section is kind of big on its own. You got some monkeys outside that we have to go ahead and catch first. So, it'd be best for you to deal with them first before you decide to go into any of the other sections within this stage right here. So as you can see up ahead that we have these different sections here. You can go into any time that you want to. It's best for me and probably for you too if you get the racing out of the way. That stage right there on the left. Um, if you do that first, it's gonna make your playthrough a whole heck of a lot easier for when you eventually, go through it. So, yeah, that's always pretty much the best place to tackle first because it's tedious and annoying. So you might want to just take care of that first to get it out of the way. And trust me, when you do, it's gonna make it a heck of a lot more fun when you eventually finish the section off. Because you're dealing with this car again. But not only that, you're dealing with chasing about 3 monkeys in this. So you have to hit them a total amount of 3 times, I believe. But it's annoying, it's tedious, and it's just, to me, it's just not fun. You may or may not enjoy this, but I certainly haven't. The first time I played it, I was kind of like, okay, this is okay, let's do this. Now that I played it, I'm like, oh man, let's get this out of the way. I don't have the patience for this. It seems like when you're a kid slash teenager, you have more patience than you do as an adult. When you're an adult, that patience just it goes away. For some, I mean, some people just might still be patient as crap. Um, for them who are still patient, kudos. That's something I need to work on. Just being more patient, because me being impatient has got me in some trouble sometimes. So I just need to work on doing that. Also, a best thing scenario if you feel like don't feel like chasing these monkeys as much is go in the opposite direction that they're traveling. So that way you can ram into them and not worry about this. But the time thing here, it's nothing of importance. If you always wanted to time yourself or something like that during these laps, feel free to do so, but you're not going to get anything as a reward. So go crazy if you feel like doing it. But me, nah, I'm just in it for the monkeys, man. Gotta catch them all. Pokemon. I don't know why I said that. It is that I say some stupid stuff sometimes. Just go off topic. I know. I just be saying some weird stuff. But anyway, yeah, stated before, this is very tedious. What I should have done was cut it, but I just decided to leave it in because basically I just wanted to show you how I captured this. Believe me, in the future, I'm gonna be cutting it. I'm gonna be cutting out parts of this, so you won't have to sit here and see me just go through this track multiple times trying to catch the same thing. Because when I was recording this, I really didn't put much effort into editing as I should have. But you know what? It's just whatever. Whatever happens, happens. I see it that way in the future, folks. And I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I tend to, maybe I need to go back to sleep or something like that. I don't know. I think I've been doing that a little too much lately. So I need to cut that out. It's just like some folks, they need more sleep than others. And some folks, it's just, they can go with 2-3 hours of sleep and then just be just as fine. I don't know how they could do that, but if you're one of those persons, lend me that ability. I would love to do that. I know it varies with each adult or whatnot, or if you're a teenager watching this. I know it it differs for each person, but oh man, come on, just give me a little bit of that. I would love that. 2 hours of sleep and be fine. I would love that so much. But that's gonna do it for the monkeys that was racing in the vehicles, so we got that part out of the way, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. All we gotta do is those two helmets, if you haven't noticed already, represents the monkeys that's here. So the ones that were moving were obviously the ones that were racing, but the ones that are stationary and haven't moved yet is one that we could easily capture. They're going to be on foot, so it's going to make it easier for us to capture them, so we don't have to worry about, going through in doing this. But first we gotta get to them in order to even capture them in the first place, so we gotta make our way towards them. That area on the map is going to be a safe place for us to go, so we could just take our time here and try not to fall off. But they're gonna be in this area right here, so we could just chill right here and activate this switch and go ahead, and you'll be able to reach this monkey up here, that's stationed up high. Wait a minute, how did he even get up there? That's the amazing question at first. But yeah, let me go ahead and transform, because I don't have time to deal with this. And wow. But anyway, if you always wondering why I come to this vehicle right here, is because sometimes it spits out a coin, and I mostly go after, in this playthrough, I was going after almost every coin I could get, because as I stated in earlier parts, you're gonna need that. And I also told you to watch out for my gauge, because off screen I do acquire more morphing time off screen. And yeah, morphing time. But I still haven't seen that movie yet, just to go off of it, and I really do the Power Rangers movie. Let me know in the comments, folks. Was it good? Because if it was bad, I probably still would see it, because I seen Dragon Ball Evolution when it came out in theaters and instantly regretted spending the money that was necessary, because I thought it was going to be good. And boy, was I wrong. I didn't see any trailers of it. I just say, hey, a Dragon Ball movie coming out, live action, it might be pretty good. I was wrong. That movie is, oh man, it's so much better fan-made stuff than that movie. Man, Goku in high school, oh man, like, good, but he was getting bullied. I mean, come on, that ain't Goku getting bullied like that. At least, Goku could have like ki blast him in the face if it was based on kind of actuality. But Goku don't really care about going to school and whatnot. Goku cares about fighting. That's Goku's main thing, because Goku's a Saiyan. He cares about fighting. And this part right here made me nervous, because sometimes, I don't know if it was the collision detection or what, sometimes when you're trying to walk on the walls, sometimes that fails. At least for me. I don't know if I'm not doing anything right or whatnot, but just sometimes it fails. And oh, great! It's always nice to get a line of coins in a row. That just builds up like that. I love that functionality actually. But what's this? We're back in the West again? Let's bring out Wild West Kid. I almost lost my train of thought there. But yeah, basically when you're coming in this little section, it's obviously giving you a clue to transforming. So you might want to do that. Otherwise, you could stay as Miracle Ninja. I don't think you'll have as much of a hard time. But I just wanted to do Wild West Kid to pretty much just get this little section out of the way. And you wasn't just doing that section just to do it. You was doing that to bring out the monkey that was in there. I guess after you done taking care of all his minions, he wants you to fight him himself. And I don't know why I messed up on that. My aim, he was making me nervous with the aim. Sometimes it's hard to capture monkeys in Wild West Kid form, because of the aim sometimes can mess you up. But you know what? It's always good to have it, especially when you, like I stated before, it's accurate with like multi-shots. It's kind of a long range thing, as I stated before. So if you want to farm in that section, if you want to farm for coins, you can always leave and come back. That's an excellent way of doing it, and I should have did that, of course. But anyway, off to the next section. Another section here is dealing with this robot that I never really favored. I never really, because of the controls and whatnot, I never really cared for this thing. As you can see, I'm having a terrible time just trying to get up this freaking thing. But anyway, yeah, I've never really cared for I never really cared for these mocks as much, like these mock sections or whatnot, because of the control and whatever. But these enemies, you can just take care of them easily if you want to. Man, the detection on here is just this part was driving me nuts, folks. It really was. Because as you know, as within Ape Escape series, you get a item that can help you deal with getting through doors like that, and I'll be glad when I eventually do get that item, because this thing right here is just annoying. I mean, if transformations was strong enough, and I don't know, I should have tried it with the knight, the fantasy knight, see if they were strong enough to get through this. But yeah, I just didn't care for the robot anymore. Just gonna go ahead and take care of it with the fantasy knight transformation. As you know, it's great on defense and offense, but most likely favors defense because of the shield that it has. So yeah, just go if you don't feel like dealing with this thing on your mech, you could always use your transformations to take it out, but use Fantasy Knight because I think it's going to take longer with the other transformations that you have. So with that, got 2 more monkeys to capture, and then we're all done with this section anyway. So at this point right now, you don't really need this robot anymore because you're pretty much done with the monkeys in this section anyway. But I was just being stupid because, as I stated before, I didn't play this game in a while, so I didn't know if there was more ahead. So I was just going ahead and checking the radar just to make sure I didn't miss anything. And once I knew that this section was all clear, I just head to the next one. The next section it's not all that bad. I mean, it's not really. You can't get any worse. Like I stated before, once you're done with that race car section, that's the most annoying part of this stage. It's just dealing with the race car. But after that, it's pretty much a breeze. Right now, you're just dealing with the toy part, and I hate this enemy right here. I really do. It's so weird. It just takes it face off and launch it as a missile, and when it spots you, it can kind of deprave you from platforming correctly. And if you're not transformed, it takes multiple hits to hit it. But once you transform, that's going to pretty much one-shot it, depending on the transformation you got, because transformations differ in strength. In this section right here, I kind of dig, even though it's dealing with the RC, I still really like it. This section in particular anyway, because you're doing puzzling with it. And if they had more of a concept like the puzzle I'm doing with this right here, I will actually give the RC a little more credit to, as far as it's being a respectable gadget anyway. But yeah, if your RC gets crushed in this section even one time, you have to start all the way from the beginning, but it's not a rigorous and big puzzle anyway, so you know, trying multiple times is gonna actually break you when it comes to that anyway. So yeah, but anyway, like I stated before, it's not so bad as far as like puzzling with this. I just kind of messed up and didn't didn't place, oh, that was close, and didn't place my RC correctly. But anyway, when you're doing these little sections, as you can freaking see, that it has you know, obstacles that's pretty much trying to stop your RC from making its goal. But what will the game be without it? And have to stop for a minute to get these enemies out the way, because if you let them stay on while you're doing this, it's gonna mess you up. So it's not gonna actually mess up with you doing your thing with the RC. So you know, it's just whatever at this point. Just gotta hit these switches and get a good viewpoint to see where your RC's going. And we're doing all of this just to get, we did all of that just to get one monkey out. But every monkey in this game matters, as that's the goal. But sometimes they got you in this game doing strenuous things in order to capture monkeys in the first place. So get used to that. But like I stated before, I'm really hoping for a fourth game, and I hope that comes within my lifespan. So, anyway, folks, that's going to do it for this part. In the next part, get ready for a boss battle. See ya.